Hinduism versus Buddhism, similarities and key differences. Explained. Have you ever found yourself wondering about the differences between Hinduism and Buddhism? They both originated in ancient India, share similar-sounding concepts and often get conflated. But while they share common ground, they also have distinct paths to understanding reality. Let's explore both. Let's start with Hinduism, one of the world's oldest and most diverse living traditions. Unlike many other religions, Hinduism doesn't have a single founder or a single central text. It's often described as a vast river of spiritual thought and practice that has evolved over thousands of years. At its core, Hinduism embraces several key concepts. Dharma. This refers to one's righteous conduct, duty, and moral order. Karma, the universal law of cause and effect, where every action, thought, and word has consequences. Samsara, the continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by karma. Moksha, the ultimate goal, liberation from the cycle of samsara, achieving spiritual freedom and union with the divine. A central philosophical idea is Brahman, the ultimate reality, the universal spirit or consciousness that pervades everything. And Atman, the individual soul or self, which is often seen as a spark of Brahman within each being. Hinduism also has a rich pantheon of gods and goddesses. Like Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer, who are often seen as different manifestations of the one ultimate reality. Shared ground, similarities. Given their origins in ancient India, it's not surprising that Hinduism and Buddhism share significant common ground. Both traditions embrace the concept of karma, the understanding that our intentions and actions determine our future experiences, whether positive or negative. Both believe in samsara, the cycle of continuous rebirth, where beings are reborn repeatedly until they achieve liberation. The concept of dharma is also central to both, though it's interpreted slightly differently. In both, it refers to universal laws and righteous living. Meditation and various spiritual practices are fundamental to both paths for cultivating inner peace and wisdom, and both emphasize ethical conduct as crucial for spiritual progress. Ultimately, both Hinduism and Buddhism aim for a form of liberation from suffering and the cycle of rebirth, albeit naming that liberation differently: moksha in Hinduism and nirvana in Buddhism. Key distinctions, differences. Despite these similarities, there are crucial distinctions that set them apart. Perhaps the most significant difference lies in the concept of the self. Hinduism generally affirms the existence of an eternal, unchanging soul or self, the Atman, which is ultimately identical with Brahman, the universal self. Buddhism, on the other hand, teaches anatta, or no self. It asserts that there is no permanent, unchanging essence or soul within us. What we perceive as a self is a constantly changing collection of interdependent elements. Another key difference is the role of deities. Hinduism is characterized by its rich pantheon of gods and goddesses, and while it has a deep philosophical underpinning, it is generally polytheistic or panentheistic in practice. Buddhism is often described as non-theistic. The Buddha is revered as a guide, a teacher, an enlightened human being, but not a god to be worshipped. The focus is on personal awakening through understanding and practice, rather than devotion to a divine being. Finally, Buddhism arose as a reform movement that rejected the authority of the Vedas, Hinduism's foundational sacred texts, and the caste system, which was integral to traditional Hindu society. The Buddha taught that liberation was accessible to all, regardless of social status, So, while both Hinduism and Buddhism offer profound wisdom and paths to liberation, they journey through different landscapes. Understanding these similarities and key differences enriches our appreciation for the diverse tapestry of spiritual thought. If you found this exploration helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more insights, and share it with others.